boys and girls, we're going to continue on today with our lessons on using the takeaway number line method for subtraction. Let's start off first with a review of what we worked on yesterday. So yesterday we worked on taking away a number that didn't necessarily end in a zero, so we had to use a combination of tens and ones when we counted backwards on our number line. So let's first start out with 40 minus 21. Okay, if you remember from yesterday, we start and we go ahead and write down our bigger number. We look at our second number and we go ahead and make it into tens and ones, so I have 2 tens. And we have 1, 1, and that's what we'll be taking away on our number line. Alright, so we're starting with 40, where we start with the tens first because it's easier. So we go backwards, 1 10, and then 2 tens. And so we don't forget, we write 10, 10. Alright, so counting backwards by tens, we have 30, and then 20. Now we have to count backwards by our ones, and we only have 1 to move back, so this should be pretty easy. 1, we write a 1 above it so we know what we're taking away, and we know that 1 less than 20 is 19, and so we figured out our answer to 40 minus 21 equals 19. Okay. Alright, now it's your turn to practice. So you are going to write down this problem and push pause and see what you can do. So the problem is 90 minus 34. Go ahead and do that in your own journals right now. When you're ready to begin, just go ahead and press play for the answer. Alright, let's see how you did. So we have the problem 90 minus 34. We write down our bigger number, which is 90. Alright, we look at the 34, we break it into tens and ones. We have 3 tens. And we have 4 ones. Now we're ready to work backwards from 90, and we start with our tens because that's the easiest. So 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, and I'm going to write 10 above it so I don't forget. And then we count backwards by tens. And then we count by our ones, and we have 4 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we put our ones above it so we don't forget. And we count backwards by 1. So 59, 58, 57, and to our answer, 56. So if you were able to get the answer of 56, you were correct. Good job. Alright, now we're going to practice what we did yesterday, where we subtracted 2 numbers and neither of the numbers ended in zeros. So when we count back by tens from 77, we're not necessarily going to be counting back by a number that ends in 0. So let's take a look at that. So we have 77, we write down our bigger number. We look at 36 and we write down how many tens we have. We have 3 tens. and we have 6 ones. Now we're ready to complete our number line. So 77, we need to go backwards by 3 tens. 1, 2, 3. We write tens above them. So we're taking away 3 tens, or we're taking away 30. So 77, counting backwards, 67. Remember, the number in the tens digit stays the same. The number in the ones digit is decreasing by 1. 57. And 47. But we're not done yet because we still have to do our ones. So if we look at our ones, we need to go backwards 6. Take away 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we count and we double check as we count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we need to go backwards. So 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41. So our answer to 77 minus 36 is 41. All right, so now we're going to practice one on our own. So the problem that I would like for you to practice is 89 minus 44. So go ahead and write that in your notebook. Press pause when you have completed the problem. Press play and we'll see if you were able to solve it. All right, let's see how you did. So we write down the biggest number, which is 89. We write down how many tens and ones we have. 4 tens. 4 ones. Then we are ready to do our number line. So we need to take away 4 tens first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we need to write 10 above it so we know how much we're taking away. Okay, and then we count backwards. 79, 69, 59, 49, and then we are able to go take away our 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We put our ones above it. And then we count backwards by ones. 48, 47, 46, and 45. So we were able to get our answer. Sorry about that. Get our answer of, doesn't look like a 4, so I'm going to change that. Our answer will be 45. So if you were able to get 45, you did a fabulous job. All right, now we're going to move on to 3-digit minus 2-digit. And we're going to see how we can do with this on the number line. So first thing we do, just like with all of our other problems, we write down our biggest number, which is 128. Okay, then we take a look at our second number and we write down how many tens and ones we have. We have 4 tens. And we have 9 ones. Now we are ready to count backwards. Just like our other problems, we'll start with the tens first because it's easier. So let's go back. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, the thing that's different with hundreds is that you're going to try to pay attention, you're going to have to pay attention to the tens and the hundreds, okay? If we're subtracting by tens, the tens are going to change, okay? That's what's going to change first, are the tens. The ones place will still stay the same. So let's just pretend right now that this number is 12, and we're going to decrease it by 1 each time. So 12 will then become 11, and then we have to put our 1. So we have 118. Oops, I better put up my tens up here, hadn't I? Sorry about that, I jumped ahead of myself. Alright, so I have my 118. I went from 12 to 11, so what's going to be next? 10, and then I put my number that's in the ones place. Okay, so I have 108. I need to do 10 more. So if this is 10 and I do 1 less, it's going to turn to 9, which is just, so it's going to change to a 2-digit number, and the 8 stays the same just like it has all along. And then what is 1 less than 9? 8. Alright, so I have taken care of my 4 tens. Now I'm ready for my 9 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. Whew. I'm going to have to write small here. I'm putting my ones above so that I don't forget what I'm subtracting by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, just double checking. Alright, so here I have 87. Kind of made my jump small. I shouldn't have done that because that's going to make it hard for me to be organized. 86, 85, 84, 83, 82, 81, 80. Now I've got to move backwards from 80, which is 79. So here I was able to get my answer to 128 minus 49. The answer is 79. Alright, boys and girls, so what I would like for you to do now is to try some of these problems on your own. I have 4 problems here, and then when you're finished, check back in and I will have the answers for you. Alright, boys and girls, here are your answers. Go ahead and check your work with these answers, and if you see that you did something wrong, go back through your work and see where your error occurred. Tomorrow we will be moving on to 3-digit minus 3-digit. So I'll see you tomorrow.